Yeah, baby. No. Good morning, Seaside. Welcome. My name is Terry Short. I'm your Education and Special Events Director. Thank you so much for being here. For Etta James, we were blown away at the 9 a.m. and so excited for you to see it here right now. Let's see, on to announcements. Susan Murphy and the Kindness Crew set up a grab-and-go kindness in the corner in the family room there. That is where you can grab a bag and fill up for the housing challenge. We did that during Christmas time where we made a couple hundred bags to hand out, and Susan and the Kindness Crew want to make that an ongoing thing. So if there is someone you know that you pass by and you want to grab something for them, please do. And we're also taking donations as well. Let's see, Sacred Sound Meditation, the every Monday nights of this summer is wrapping up August 25th. So this is your last 2 Mondays to get in here from 6:30 to 8 p.m. here in the sanctuary. Bring a yoga mat and get into that deep meditation. Let's see, we have Cynthia James. She is a powerhouse in our movement, Reverend Cynthia James, and she is going to be speaking here August 24th, and then afterwards doing a workshop called Awakening Your Inner Magic. She just dropped another book. That is her book title. Last year, after she spoke, we had a good 35 people jump into the workshop, so just know that you'll want to, so plan ahead and go ahead and sign up now so that we can expect you and have lunch if you want that option as well. And let's see, Rev Rebecca Berry and Kay Samuelson have their Sacred Sound and Breath ceremony next Saturday, August 23rd. That's here in the sanctuary from 3 to 4:30. This is Rev Rebecca Berry. If you don't know her, make sure you meet her and come check out all that she does here. Maggie Rentala started up game night last month, and she is bringing it back this month, next Wednesday, August 20th. Let's see, what time is that? 6:30 to 9 in the family room. So we had a great turnout, all ages, so make sure you just come on in and be part of that. And the Kindness Crew is starting a peanut butter and jelly outreach, and that begins this Thursday. I have been pushing this as well, so I'm so excited that it's finally here. So come this Thursday from 3:30 to 5. We will set up tables in the family room, and you don't have to be a gourmet cook at all. I think we all have that skill level. Ann, you going to be here with me? Yes, all right. So then Susan is going to take these hundreds of sandwiches, and she's partnering up with other organizations that are assisting the housing challenged. So let's make that a big community outreach for us to come into community, and then we'll send that out as well. And today we have a couple things going on. We have a new connection group run by Nicole Sorensen, and that's for seniors and caregivers. And so today is an informational meeting. Nicole, you want to wave your hand there? So find her if you have any questions. Otherwise, you'll meet her in the back into the library, which is behind the stage here. So that is the information meeting, and she's just getting up and started. So if you want to be part of a connection group, today is your chance for that. And the other Nicole Johnson, has a workshop today called Breaking Free, and that is a spinoff of Mental Equations. That is a love donation, so there is no price. And she is in the classrooms that are right behind the kitchen from 12:30 to 2:30. So everyone is welcome for that as well. Let's see, today is Etta James, like I said, and next week we are wrapping up the summer music series with Sting. So Joshua Taylor will be here to perform Sting's songs, and then afterwards he will be in the garden with his own band, and the board of directors here is providing lunch for everyone. So free music, free food, bring your sunscreen, bring your hats, and plan to spend all next Sunday with us. Let's see, we also have a live stream team. If you are interested in joining, being a part of that, please see one of the guys or see me or reach out to somebody, and let's get you connected if that is something that interests you. And the bookstore is freshly stocked this week, and we do have Ariel Ford books left, The Love Thief, from when she was here August 1st, when she brought her amazing energy into the sanctuary. So that is an amazing book that we do have a few copies left. That's kind of been the summer read around here. So make sure to pick yours up today. Let's see, and today flowers are in memory of our amazing Sharon Argus that made her transition, and so Kathy, Crawford, and all the girlfriends, this is for you, Sharon. So thank you so much for that. We miss you. And right now, I'd like to invite you to stand and greet your neighbor and remain standing for the congregational song.
My source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. Love is my source, love is my power, love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, love gives me everything I need. Joy is my source, joy is my power, joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, joy gives me everything I need.
Seaside. Woo! What a joy it is to be with you on this beautiful summer morning. And you guys have Rebecca this morning. The first service didn't get you. Just like this morning, you were what, in Lexington,
I was
Kentucky?
in Lexington, Kentucky this
Oh my
morning.
goodness!
Yeah,
What are you doing? The horse races or something?
No, I had a show. I got to do a concert for this called the Lex Smooth Jazz Concert Series.
Nice.
So it was really cool. Yeah.
That's good. Well, I sure appreciate what the efforts you put in to make it back here.
Thank you. I
That's
tried
pretty huge.
to get back as much as I can. Even for one service.
Won't even ask what time you got to play. Did you get any sleep last night?
I got zero sleep.
Zero
Yeah.
sleep.
But
okay,
you know,
but the voice just gets better the longer you're up, right?
It's good for Etta James, right?
Oh, it is. Yeah. That growl going. Okay, well, we're going to check you out, man.
Okay.
We'll be watching.
Can't
All
wait.
right. That was good. Hey, we have got a wonderful prayer here today. This is Patrick Falk. He has just got his hands on everything around Seaside. He's a wonderful practitioner, co-partners with Janice, the grief ministry around here. Bartender at all of our events, and kind of up close with adventure groups leader there, Lori. So a lot of stories to share, but why don't you take us to a deeper place with that great consciousness of yours?
Good morning, Seaside. Just a beautiful morning. I'm glad you're all here. And I wanted to just let you know, if you're in need of a practitioner, we'll have practitioners at the back at the prayer center right after our service today. And if you want a longer session, you can go online and you can see all the different practitioners here at Seaside on our website. I wanted to do just kind of a short demonstration, testimonial, kind of a general one. It has to do with gratitude. And I think we know if we're in gratitude, it's hard to be in fear. It's hard to be in anger. It's easy to be in grace if you're in gratitude. And so for me, the gratitude I have is for God. It's for the Seaside community. And it's really, especially for this philosophy that's helped me get through all kinds of challenges in life. And we know those challenges, if it's health, if it's relationships, if it's finance, if there's a loss, if there's grief, having these things in your life are just amazing to help you, walk through it, come out the other side. I would like next to introduce an amazing practitioner. She's a practitioner, she's an author, she's a writer, she's an editor. She's helped Dr. Christian on several of his books. And so I'd like to welcome and introduce Lori Gertz. Come on out, Lori. So I'd like to bring you into the stillness by ringing the chime bowl 3 times. And so I know there's one divine universe, there's one divine intelligence. We call it God, Spirit, everywhere, all the time. Omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent. Just big words. It means God is everywhere, always, all the time. Spreading that love, that healing, that divinity all through the universe to everyone. And I know that I'm of God as God is of me. I know there's no separation. God is within and around and part of me, every part of my life. God is there. There's that well of divinity that I can reach into at any time. Whatever's going on, I need help with, God is always there. Whether it's healing, finance, relationships, loss, whatever it is, God's there. And as I know it's true for me, I know it's true for everybody in this room and everyone that's watching. Know that God is there for you. God's healing, God's love, always there, right there. And I know for our musicians today, singing the amazing songs of Etta James, that God flows through each and every one, through the melody, through the chords, through the vocals. And I know God is channeling through Dr. Christian, through his words, through his message, going out to everyone, touching souls here in the room and beyond. And so knowing this, I just let it be.
God is so good. God is so good. God is so good. God is good to me. God is so good. God is so good. God is so good. God is so good in me. Kentucky at 5:30 a.m. Eastern time today to remind us that God is so good as us. Thank you so much. And woo! Wow. And Patrick, thank you for your beautiful prayer and reminding us about gratitude. Good morning. I'm Reverend Christina Tillotson, and I'm grateful to get to be here this morning to welcome you to Seaside Center for Spiritual Living, whether you're coming in from online or you're in person. We're so grateful that you're spending this beautiful August Sunday with us. And I'm just so grateful that here in the Encinitas area, we have a perfect temperature today. So those of you who came in person, thank you for being here to share it with us, even though it's gorgeous outside right now. So here at Seaside, we're a thriving spiritual community, inspiring us to live our divinity. And we have lots of ways to do that, and we're such a community. And I've shared this story about 5 times already. I'm sure you're sick of hearing it, but I graduated from my walker. And so now I haven't graduated from my clunky shoes yet or my brace, but I've graduated from my walker, and I'm so grateful for the Seaside community because if you ever do something stupid like in bed, roll over to answer the phone and roll off the bed and crack your tibia, call Susan Murphy. Because people from Seaside come and they will help you. They will bring you food. They will drive you around. I still have people coming to help me with some of my outside stuff. So I'm just so grateful for the Seaside community. And if you're new here, we're so glad you're here and you can be part of this community. And we have a special packet for you out by the glass doors with all kinds of goodies, QR codes for a talk by Dr. Christian about our basic beliefs. And thank you so much for being here and sharing this Sunday with us, where Dr. Christian is going to speak about the amazing Etta James. I learned so much in the first service about her. It's amazing. So the reading that I've chosen for today, in honor of her song At Last, was written by Pierre Desjardins. He was a Jesuit priest, and he's very famous for connecting mysticism and science. And he
He is very passionate about inviting people to relate to God's unfolding purpose. And this is part of a letter that he wrote to one of his cousins in 2012. And it's about being patient, as Etta James finally, at last, found everything. Above all, trust in the slow work of God. We are quite naturally impatient in everything to reach the end without delay. We should skip the intermediate stages. We are impatient of being on the way to something unknown, something new. And yet it is in the law of all progress that is made by passing through some stages of instability. And that might take a very long time. So I think it is with you. Your ideas mature gradually. Let them grow. Let them shape themselves without undue haste. Don't try to force them on as though you could be today what time, parentheses, that is to say, grace and circumstances acting on your own goodwill, will make of you tomorrow. Only God could say what this new spirit gradually forming within you will be. Give our Lord the benefit of believing that his hand is leading you. And accept the anxiety of feeling yourself in suspense and incomplete, because at last it all comes to fruition. Now for a mother from Rebecca.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Christina. Good morning, Seaside. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling I've never had before, no. And I gotta tell you right now, yeah. Something's got a hold on me, yeah. Oh, it must be love, yeah. Something's got a hold on me right now, child. Oh, it must be love. I got a feeling, I feel so strange. Everything about me seems to
is Rebecca Jane doing? Etta James, man, taking us to church, you did. Man, that is like a church revival going on here. I love it. I love it. Woo, that is it. But I mean, that's a classic song of Etta's that, bridge, the rock and the blues and the R&B and the gospel. I mean, that was what she's known for. Thank you for getting us going. Rebecca Jane. All right, so here we are in the 5th week of our music series, looking at guests, not our guests, our guests are musical artists that inspire us with their life lessons. And first week we took a look at Sheryl Crow. Boy, that seems a long time ago, but she really left us this overarching message that to enjoy the journey of life, or to trust, that was it, to trust this journey in life. Then the following week, we went to Amy Winehouse, and she just lived, her soul purpose here. It left a profound impression that probably have helped a lot of addicts in their life, and she signed up for that one. Then we had Michael Jackson, who really allowed us to see how you can globally unite the planet in peace and love. We Are the World really had that global impact like we have not seen really anybody else since. And then last week was Eric Clapton, and he showed us about surrender and what happens when grace shows up. And today we're going to be taking a look at Etta James, known as Peaches, actually born James Etta. And a really overarching message for her, I feel, is that our soul can survive anything. And really the first point I want to take a look at here is that our journey, our soul's journey, it can be messy. Her story is one of abuse, of exploitation, of addiction, of imprisonment, of health issues. I mean, it is a heavy story, but she liked to sing the blues, and she not only sang the blues, she lived them, she survived them, and left us some profound messages to take a look at. And so she started off in Los Angeles, is where she was born, 1938, January 25th. Dorothy, her mom, was just absent a lot in her life. She was 14 years old when she had James Etta Hawkins, and was forced into sterilization after that. At 14, she kind of kept abandoning her child to other people to help raise her because she really didn't have a clue, and so. She, at some point in her early years, took her to the local church, and she became a choir protege at the age of 5. She was such a phenomenal voice at the age of 5 that she would get to lead solos in the church choir, that she was already on the radio at the age of 5, and her mom kept abandoning her through all that. She would leave her with her aunt, would leave her with foster parents, probably the most with Lula and Jesse Rogers. And she used to call Mama Lou and Sarge. She adored Mama Lou, and Sarge just regularly abused her. But she was afraid that when her mom did come back, because her mom would come and and she'd show up, hey, here I am. She'd get all excited. And then when she would wake up in the morning in the apartment and she wouldn't find her mom, she would start crying because she would felt she was abandoned. She would be hungry. She didn't know when somebody would come find her. This went on and off until it was about the age of 12 when Mama Lou died of a stroke. Mom, Dorothy, came down from San Francisco, I guess, because she picked her up at the funeral, didn't give her a chance to say goodbye to any of her friends or anybody she knew, and just took her with her back to San Francisco. And there they lived together. Well, though Dorothy didn't stop abandoning her. But at the age of 12, you're kind of like, Mom's gone, I'm not going to school today. 12-year-olds are pretty smart that way. Mom's gone, who says I'm going to go to school? And so she got in trouble with that. She used to hang out then with the gangs in that area. They were called the Lucky 20. Doesn't sound quite as bad as the Crips or the Bloods, but she hung out with the Lucky 20. And they would steal costume jewelry and sell it and buy blues records. So, it wasn't too rough yet. By the age of 14, she had developed a girl band, two other women. The three of them were called the triolettes, and they were singing. And Johnny Otis, a band leader at the time, heard these girls sing and said, "Oh my God, Etta James, her voice is phenomenal. I got to figure out how to get her recorded." And so he brought the girls together and assisted them and said, "Etta, how old are you?" And she's 14, and she said, "Well, I'm 18." Well, you probably know the difference. He said, "Well, you got to get your note from your mom because I want to take you to L.A. And so get a note from your mom. I'll take you and get you a record deal up there." And she said, "No problem." She went home and wrote out the note, signed it for her mom, said, "Here you go. Mom says, have a good time. Go make your records." And so she went to L.A. and came up with her first hit at the age of 16, top of the R&B tracks. It was called "Roll With Me, Henry." "Roll With Me, Henry." And it's, but they had to kind of change the name because the connotations of "Roll With Me, Henry" just was not okay on the airwaves at that point. And so they changed it to "Wallflower," and she appeared on television. It was a phenomenon hit in a sense that it brought her recognition that Little Richard hired her to be the opening band on her national tour at the age of 16 with this one hit that came out there. But what happened while she was on the road and what they were doing in those earlier eras is that it was called whitewashing. What would happen is a song would come out by an African American, and a pop artist would take the song and change up the words a little bit, keep the rhythm and the music and everything, and then present it. And that's what Georgia Griffin, I think it was, a pop artist at the time, took her song and took it to #1 on the Billboard charts. And what happened is that the African Americans got no royalties, got no commissions, got no acknowledgement from it, and she was infuriated by that. It was just pure, rage inside of her. She writes about it in her book, Rage to Survive. It's like it was just not there. And she had just signed with a record company, Chess Records. You may have seen the movie Cadillac Records. And in this was B.B. King and Chuck Berry, Etta James, and Muddy Waters. These was the early groups. And Etta, she was going steady with B.B. King by the age of 16. So, she was getting some kind of influence going on. Chuck Berry had written a song that was taken by the Beach Boys and turned it into a song called Surfin'. What is it? Oh yeah, Surfing USA. How could I forget a Beach Boys song? But Brian Wilson took the music from Chuck Berry with this song, and they had to take him to court. It was the first time that had happened, and actually Brian Wilson for the next 25 years, and they gave the royalties, to Chuck Berry for having created that song. I mean, this is what was going on. So here's Etta James. She's being exploited by the pop chart people, and also the record companies are exploiting her. They're charging her high amounts and for her thing and not really giving her royalties. And so, I mean, this is a messy journey she's on. She's come out of an abusive early childhood, of abandonment, of abuse. Now she's being exploited by record companies, and she's just singing. Her music, she said, is her refuge. Her music is her sanctuary. She is singing what she is feeling. She is singing the blues and off the charts, but in the 60s, she's getting into the drugs, the heavy stuff. And she doesn't have any money because of the record companies aren't giving her any. So she's out there writing bad checks. And so in New York, she's over there and she gets busted for writing bad checks. And she spends time in Rikers prison in New York, and she continues to write bad checks. She said she's now performing for her habit, not because she has this joy to sing. In her book, Rage to Survive, she talks about how she and one of the bandmates, when the band was on break, just stole all their equipment and sold it so they could go out and buy a fix. And they came back and said, "I don't know, I'll help you find it." The kind of mind of addicts. But anyway, so in the 60s and the 70s, probably up to 80, she was in and out of the institutions and rehabs. She in and out of prison for the drugs. In 74, her and her husband were busted, and her husband took the rap and got 10 years for the heroin possession. And she ended up going to the Tarzana psychiatric hospital and spent 17 months there. And she said this was the low point of her life. She said in the psychiatric ward, they would make you wear diapers. They would make you wear baby bonnets and eat your food out of a bottle. And he said it was humiliating to have to walk into the dining hall with big diapers on that written on the said poop on the back, and just sit down with the others who are in the same. This is kind of the abuse that she received in the treatment center. She was there 17 months before she was released, and then came out and wrote another hit. You know, one of the songs that she wrote was, I'd rather be blind. I'd rather be blind than see you walk away. It was really a spiritual declaration that the love that she was trying to feel was more important than being able to see. It was if the heartbreak was really a story of the ache of a deep love that was in her life. It's a story of it starts off with I just know. She had this gut spiritual intuitiveness that she's trusting that this person is going to walk away. It is a romantic heartbreak song, but it is really an ache for that. And the thing that she did is she would take her pain, she would take her abuse, she would take all the things and she would pour them into a song. Her mom told her when she was little, said, somebody may have sung a song 1,000 times, but there is still something new that you can bring to that song. And she said, I sure hope I did. And so I'd Rather Be Blind is a powerful song that Rebecca has for us today. So Rebecca, your song choice here.
than to see you walk away. Don't walk away from me now, baby. Baby, I'd rather go blind than to see you walk away, walk away. Thank you, Seaside.
Hey, Rebecca,
so much.
man, you crushed that one. Rather see you walk away. Yeah, I'd rather go blind than see you walk away. That was amazing, powerful. So, I mean, you know, our soul's journey can be messy. I mean, and she showed us what mess could look like. Think you had it hard? That's a hard one. But, you know, really, then the next point that she left us is through your self-expression. Healing happens through your self-expression. Healing happens when, you know, she just showed us what raw, emotional honesty looked like. She was willing to put it out there so honestly that she gets censored for putting it out there in such a way. It is, she said, my songs were my prayers. She would sing these songs like the one she just sang, and all of a sudden there would be millions of people who said, this is my prayer. This is my song. This is my absolute, desire is to, that love that aches so much that I can't quite get back, but you can feel it intuitively, what's going on. Well, excuse me. So she was probably the most unrecognized great blues and R&B performer until about the late 80s or 90s. She kind of, because of her issues and her troubles and all those things, it kind of kept it below the radar. But about the mid-80s, the recognition began to show up, maybe because she got her act together a little bit better. She began to be able to just, connect in a grander kind of way. And after she did an album, I don't know if it would be called a tribute album or a covers album, but it was called The Mystery Lady. And it wasn't talking about her mom, because she used to call her mom the Mystery Lady, or she used to call her the Crazy Nightmare. But this one was The Mystery Lady, the songs of Billie Holiday. Well, nobody can sing Billie Holiday like Billie Holiday, but Etta, she sure came close. She laid out there, and the Grammys loved her. They gave her a Grammy in 1994. She went on to win a couple more Grammys. After that, she got inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame, the Blues Hall of Fame, the Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame. All of a sudden, people began to recognize her, and her story is such that, you can't give up. Even if you're having a messy journey right now, even if all of a sudden things are not going your way, there's something inside of you that knows you're greater than that. There's something in you that knows that you are more than the challenges that you're finding yourself in. And Ernest Holmes, the founder of our philosophy, writes in his book, The Science of Mind, about not giving up. He says, to desert the truth in the hour of need is to prove that we do not know the truth. Is right. It's getting rough. Say, I better go back to my old ways. No. When things look worse, that is the supreme moment to demonstrate to ourselves that there are no obstacles to the operation of truth. And when things look the worst, you ever get there? When things look the worst, it is the best time to do the work, the most satisfying. For the person who can throw themselves with complete abandonment into that limitless sea of receptivity, having cut loose from all the apparent moorings, is the one who will always receive the greatest reward. Right. Her story is that we can rise above those difficult times. She would say that I did my best Now God will do the rest. She is a testimony of hitting a sense of darkness and being able to rise above that by being herself. And that was with her songs, which was grit and texture. You know, she came into this world as James Etta, and Johnny Otis changed it to Etta James. And all of a sudden, she began to grow more into the possibility of what a new name can be in this world. She began to be that for all the world to see, irrespective of her journey. She would sing from that place. She would perform from that place. She said, what I do, you know, my songs, you can't lie. My songs, you can't lie about them. You have to be there. You got to bring up the memories. You got to be able to do that history. You got to be able to deliver that. And so the last song I'm going to leave you with today is probably one of her classics, probably one of her more famous songs. Beyonce did it in the movie Cadillac Records. This new president being inaugurated in 2008, 2009 by the name of Barack Obama loved it so much that he asked for Beyonce to do it at the inauguration. The song is called At Last. It's like all of a sudden that spiritual realization, I got it. I mean, it's romance, but it's also that unconditional love that you all of a sudden, at last, I have got it. It is a song that I'm sure Rebecca's done at many weddings in her time, has done it on our renewals here on Sunday morning. It is a song that just really defines this woman, Etta James.
I sang it at my own wedding to my husband. 20 years ago. I love this song.
My
Seaside.
Rebecca James. In from Kentucky so you could do that for us. I guess my only question is, well, how did Rico respond to that? How did he follow that? Okay, honey, your turn. Man, crazy. Etta James got upset that Beyonce did that for the president, that she didn't get to do it. That was crazy. But when you top dog. But once again, it's just a story of people taking your stuff. And she had the onset of dementia or Alzheimer's in 2009, 2010. She had MRSA 11. She had leukemia, and beginning in January, she passed on in 2012 out in Riverside. So that's how she left us. What a story. My goodness, you thought your life was messy. Well, there's a real clear image of the soul can survive anything. So whatever you're going through, just know that your soul and your spirit can. And you can take that from here today. You'll be singing that song yourself. Anyway, hey, this time of our service in which we get to share our gift and our offering to show our appreciation. And speaking of appreciation, our flowers are gorgeous. Kathy Crawford and they're all of Sharon's girlfriends just got together. Sharon Argus made a transition a week ago, and these flowers are in honor of her, and she sat here for years just blessing us all for sure. So thank you for that. Hey, I want to invite you to take your offering from your heart and your soul and your spirit, and just know that this is a gift that you're sending forth. It is, I got water on this one, not good. But it's okay, it's good. Just don't tell Debbie I did it. Okay, there we go. Oh man, it is, there's a presence. There's a life force that is in us that seeks to express itself. The more we let that self-expression out, the more we find ourselves healed, the more we find ourselves transformed. And part of that is the giving and honoring spirit in our life. And so we stop and we pause in the busyness of our week to remember spirit, hopefully every day, but at least here on Sundays. And this community is here as a direct result of moments like this every week for the last 35 plus years. That people say, you know what? God is that important to me, and sharing its unique expression as Seaside. And so your gift has allowed us to continue through time, but it also allows us to remember spirit is our source, that spirit is that which heals our life, our body, our world of affairs, our finances, whatever we're working on. As I allow it to be part of my expression, I find that I'm healed, I'm transformed, and I'm uplifted. So I invite you to listen to your heart and to give from that place, and know that as you regularly participate in this, you will go to spirit first when things get messy in our world. That I continue to put spirit first, and things get messy. I go to spirit first rather than freak out. So this is an opportunity to know that it blesses you for putting spirit first in your life. So with that said, I'd like to bring our ushers and greeters forward and just say, thank you to this wonderful crew. Thank you to all those who mail in your contributions. It's a big help for sure. And those that are part of the Auto Tithe program, that regular systematic support from your world to Seasides, that regular expression, it makes a big difference in our ability to operate with an ease and a grace. So, and you guys at home, we love you. We know you're there. And just thank you for your support and pressing those buttons on the screen right there and there. It allows us to reach out to hundreds, if not thousands of more individuals because of your gifts supporting our streaming ministry. So with that said, I want to share a prayer of gratitude with the most generous of spiritual communities, knowing that this truly is a blessed moment where the fullness of the divine expresses itself through each and every one of us. For there is a richness that comes in our life as we allow this wonderful flow to flow through us, expanding every aspect of our life. And so with a great sense of joy, we take that which has blessed us and we send this blessing forth to bless our spiritual family and our community, and find that it just continues to ripple out into worlds in inconceivably good kinds of ways. So I say thank you, Father, Mother God, for allowing me to consciously participate in this giving moment. And so it is. Amen. And let's say together this affirmation of abundance, which is, Spirit continues to bless my world. Gratefully I live as the giving expression of Spirit, opening the floodgates of the affluent flow of greater good as my life now. Great job, guys. Right hang in there today. And I stand before this bounty, and I can feel the outpouring, the love, and the caring, and the blessings that have been infused with these gifts. For truly, they are received with great joy, and the blessings they bring, and they're handled in good stewardship, and they're put forth back out into the world, carrying the wonderful vibe out into the world. So I say thank you, Father, Mother, God, for this opportunity to just feel the richness of Spirit, and so it is. Amen. Hey, this is Carlene. She is your board treasurer here at Seaside, and a lot of good things have happened this last year under your umbrella of consciousness. So thank you for all the good you bring. Carlene. All right. Rebecca, fabulous. You just embraced Etta, man. You just had those songs. Woo. You know, Etta could convey heartbreak with a whisper and excite passion with a growl, and you did that for us today. So thank you so much. We love you. And always a joy, Christine, to share the morning. Nice words with your reading today. Thank you. That's good. Hey, giving us sound today is Ed. Giving us the visuals is Seth. Thank you to this wonderful stream team that is around here. Probably in that control room would be Steve Grant and Dee Seidel, who's leaving us in a couple weeks, going back to her hometown in Maryland. So we love you, Dee, but you're around for a couple more weeks, so we'll see you then. But let's see what else. There's a couple of things after service today. Seniors and caregiver group is starting up. Nicole Sorensen just had this vision of serving more of the elder part of our community. Not that any of us are actually there yet, but in case some of those things that they're going to be looking at and the different resources and the gatherings. And so today they're meeting for the first time in just an organizational kind of thing. So you want to see Nicole about that if you're interested in supporting this new connection group that I'm organizing today as soon as I'm done talking. Also, we got Nicole Johnson, the board president's leading a workshop afterwards called Breaking Free. So that's available to you in one of the rooms right off our kitchen there, and go check that out. But really the big news, I mean, there's a lot of big news, but next Sunday, we're wrapping up this musical series, and we got Josh Taylor doing Sting inside, and then giving us a concert outside. Your board of trustees is giving us all a free lunch, free concert. Don't tell me there aren't any free lunches, because there are at Seaside at least a couple times a summer, and we have a lot of fun doing that. So plan on being here for sure. But with that said, I'm sure I'm forgetting some things, but I'm not forgetting our youth and MJ and Maggie, mother-daughter team. How'd it go today? You know, anybody want to share anything?
Awesome. Does anyone want to share what we did today? We have a little shyness, but I'm not shy.
Really?
I don't think you're shy either, are you? What did you do today?
We read a book.
What did we read?
About filling our bucket.
And what fills your bucket, Summer?
Being kind and joyful.
Ah, very good, Ms. Maggie. Man, that's amazing how you moms can get us to talk when we don't feel like talking, you know? No. Okay. Anyway, hey, I'm going to pray. Healing is really what this movement is about. You know, the words are good, the music is magical, but it takes us to this moment where we are just ready to open up our heart and soul and have that shift take place. I mean, anything is possible. If there is anything that you are working on in your life and your world, this is a moment to lift it into this healing space. And you don't even have to delineate or ask for anything. It's just you find a place that feels just constricted or anxious. This is the point where you just get to lift it a little bit higher into this vibration. Enter into that quantum field where there is more there than there is here, and what is there is absolutely your ticket to freedom. So I just move into this place recognizing this life force, this omniscient, this omnipresence. And if there are any practitioners in this room, I invite you to stand, to lift this energy even higher. And all of us just feel this upliftment as there is a rising in consciousness and emergence of a greater possibility, for that infinite means infinite. So whatever that issue is, let us know that it cannot reside on that spiritual quantum level of our wholeness. And so this is the moment I come into alignment, into resonance, where all things are possible, where transformation is the natural expression, that there is nothing, no thing that can stand in the way of that divine movement. So it doesn't matter what the doctors say, and it doesn't matter what the headlines say. It is in this moment I choose to claim my divinity. I choose to claim the well-being of who I am, and I know that this body and this mind and this soul respond. It instantly responds. There is no more waiting. There is the divine download that is having its way reverberating through the totality of this body, mind, and soul. Every cell and tissue, organ, mind, emotion just begins to believe in the peace, in the calm, in the inner tranquility, that part that has never been violated, that part that has never been heard, that divine spark that is you. It begins to be flamed into a greater expression, purging out that which does not belong in the mental realm, that which does not belong in the physical realm. Because when that spirit is expressing from the inside out, it just obliterates, purifies, eliminates that which isn't there. So in this moment, claim your good. Claim your wholeness. Claim your well-being. Know that there is nothing in mind or in this world that can aggravate you and take you beyond where you don't want to be. That right now I step into this place and trust this journey. I begin to know that I am fulfilling what I've come here to do, and that this gift is for humanity, and that I am able to surrender to this moment and allow that grace to come forward and recognize that my soul rises triumphantly in this moment, in and through all things. It is great, it is God, it is good, it is me, it is you. It is in this truth that healing happens, not because I have to say this is what I need, but because I become that wave of that divine expression where there is nothing else. It's gone. Every prayer brought to our prayer request chest, I know, is now fulfilled by all of our practitioners who pray on it daily. For our beloved Sharon Argus, who ascended last week to that higher expression, her body was no longer functioning here in this world. It was time to let it go. But I know that that essence, that spark that twinkled her eyes, that allowed her to smile, continues to twinkle the stars in the heaven, continues to allow her to be free and to soar in her self-expression in ways in which she had not known for a while. For truly, this is a community of love and caring and blessings, and this community continues to grow because we care about one another. It is a community without the judgment. It is a welcoming place, that this is where we can come in our messiness and know that we are seen for our divinity and our beauty and our wholeness. And with this, there is a calm. There is a peace. Doesn't need explanation. It is just embraced and accepted in this moment. And there is no otherness than this divine vibration in the field of my awareness. And I step forth from here this day with the next step that is my path of ever expanding good. And I say thank you. It's in the state of grace and gratitude that I choose to see and to live and to speak from, finding my world unfolds from that place. The world in which I live that is beautiful adds to the ever-emerging consciousness of humanity. So I let go, and I allow that to be with an unshakable faith and a deep conviction that my wholeness, well-being, is the truth of who I am now. So it is. Amen.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you've got to let it go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. So no more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. So I release
affirmation for the week is, I do my best and God does the rest. Together, I do my best and God does the rest. Touch your heart and let's say it again. I do my best and God does the rest. One more time like we mean it. Come on. I do my best and God does the rest. And our song of grace.